What's up, boys? Today I'm going to do some sort of weird damage over time build where I'm not focused on fire weapons. Burn seems to be the best damage over time status effect by far, but I'm going to try and do a sort of acid-based thought build, maybe some electric if I get the Nishanka thrown in there. I do need to get the wave cooker since that has an upgrade for it, an overclock that multiplies the status effects that enemies have on them. You can turn that back on for a while. But I think the best weapons would probably be the sludge pump or the neurotoxin grenade for acid. Those actually scale pretty well with duration and reload speed. And they seem to actually be able to get a decent amount of damage over time. At least the sludge pump anyways. I'm not exactly sure on the neurotoxin, but I'd be willing to try that anyways.
It's a little extra special.
So I'm looking to stack a lot of status effect damage wherever possible, and crit-based stuff probably won't be super helpful for me on this build. Or maybe it will, since the acid debuff will ramp up so much and increase global damage taken that it will be relevant anyways. I don't know. We're doing some weird stuff today. So I guess I will take the neurotoxin grenade here, try that out. And then the other weapons, I hope to get the sludge pump and the wave cooker. Probably the wave cooker third if possible, just so I can guarantee to get the overclocks for it.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Probably some early mining speed, although the driller does have a bit of that, so it's not quite as necessary.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
See if I can lure them away a bit first.
Shoot it in the face.
Probably take the neurotoxin-based stuff over flamethrower here, not really going into the fire stuff. Big pickup radius is pretty nice early on. A lot of levels. I don't think damage really affects the status stuff, so that's pretty good to get overclocks.
Supply pod incoming. Well done.
Heads up.
Crit chance or pickled nitra, that's actually pretty good early on. I should probably take that to guarantee that I have enough damage though. This build's probably going to end up being pretty bad and I may need the damage here.
Gimme.
So triple grenade, fantastic.
Baby. One down.
So I do have the best unstable overclock, and pickled nitra is a pretty large damage increase, so even though the build's probably going to be bad, my damage should be decent currently. Should probably try and stay in range of those guys. If I go up here, there's a pretty good chance I just get surrounded, especially with the reduced movement speed. Could definitely use some movement speed to help out with the pickled nitra. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot left in safe places that I can get to. So I guess I'm just going to collect XP at this point and try not to risk it too much.
You have to move, miner.
Got a big damage there, I guess.
Try this out.
Probably try to hit them with the flamethrower or something now.
Bullet in the fight.
Reload speed is way better than damage. And then we got the wave cooker.
Cooking bugs from the inside
That does
out.
unlock fire upgrades, which I don't really want, but I need to get the overclocks on that for the build to have a chance of working. 3 levels there. Beam range, that could be decent if I get the sludge pump. Sure.
Gotta have that legendary.
That'll help apply stacks a lot more often with the wave cooker also. I might take that. It is a lot higher.
I always waste my money on cosmetics. See you in hell. Come and get me, you disgusting bug.
The bugs
Wave
are getting
cooker,
wet.
I will
Move it.
need some overclocks there.
Objective completed, miner. Get to the drop pod
Wave
before
cooker
it heads back.
reload is more relevant to the build. Mainly just using it to hit as often as possible to amplify status. Levels on that's pretty helpful. Kind of passing up a lot of neuro toxin grenade upgrades though, which doesn't feel great. I can't take a damage there.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Yeah.
Diving deeper, taking you to stage 2.
Definitely grab that. Probably take that as well. Pretty cheap for what it does. And that's the overclock I'm looking for. Increased applied burn stacks.
Overclock time, baby.
Pretty big damage upgrade,
This
sure.
stuff of legend.
Don't have that much left. I don't think I really need that when I already have a decent amount.
You know the drill, miner.
I think I'd rather
Move
just
to
save
the
it for
objectives.
combat stats at
Let's
this
get
point
out of
later
here.
on.
Let's get the job done and get back in a hurry. Go! Took out a loot box. You shouldn't need precious minerals. It will get you killed.
Prepare to fight
So
the
last
elite.
weapon, I'm looking for either Nishanka to apply dual elements,
I already feel
which would be
strong.
kind of cool since there's not really a lot of ways to build up really relevant electrical stacks.
We can't send in supplies until
But the
you
sludge
clear out
pump
the
would
landing
probably just be way better. I'll just take whichever of them I get first. Another 2 levels and I have a decent amount of gold, so it should be pretty easy to get one of them at least.
Well done, you got them all.
Got it right between the eye. You want some more?
You do have to be very careful about going into dead ends as a pure dot build, because there's not really any way to push through enemies whenever you feel like it, since it takes so long to kill them. So you're pretty much guaranteed to take quite a bit of damage if you do get stuck.
Got a supply pod incoming. Well done.
Heads up.
I think probably just the passive stats here.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a magnet in the top right.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
You're cute, but you're dead.
I don't think the other overclocks I have available are super amazing. I think you can probably get explosion radius on the neurotoxin, which isn't bad. It would be pretty good with some extra duration and reload speed to really make the acid pools last a long time.
Dead.
And then on the wave cooker, I think I want the increased radius. Someone was telling me the only good one is the increased rotation speed.
You ugly.
But I think with the decent beam range combined with that one, you would have pretty good AoE on it at all times. So Sludge Pump or Nishanka would be cool. Seems pretty unlikely not getting any of them and this many rolls. Jesus, dude.
Let's pump. Let's pump. Eat blood.
Oh yeah, those are getting pretty low. I should head to the magnet now.
Think you can kill me? Think again.
So damage there, levels there. I guess I should probably take that.
Now it's my favorite.
It's kind of an amplifier to everything I'm doing, basically, if I can get some good overclocks for it. I might want to farm XP a bit. Definitely not going to say no to some movement speed to go with the pickled
Drop
nitra.
pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around.
Some levels there is pretty helpful for overclocks. And then explosion radius is what I'm looking for here.
My favorite.
Make the status a bit more consistent on it. Probably take the level there for
Take
overclocks.
this one.
Definitely take the massive reload speed.
I knew today
And
was
then
gonna
this
be
is what he
good.
said is the best, but honestly this sounds funny with a lot of the 30% weapon range I got earlier. So I'm gonna try that.
I'm gonna be the best survivor.
Beam damage, I doubt that works on the status effects they apply, so probably just look for some overclocks on the
That's
sludge
upgrade
pump.
I was looking for. Meet your maker, Crepe.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head up. Well done, miner.
Like with the increased width, it just hits such a large area that you're gonna be hitting elites anyways,
Bloody
it
hell,
seems
you're
like.
hot to kill.
Flamethrower, do I care that much? Probably not.
I can use this.
Pretty big acid. That affects probably my two primary damage weapons, so I probably should grab that.
Legendary. It's my
I
lucky
do have a
day.
lot of nitra, so I guess I will
It's
take that.
beautiful. Like me.
Lifetime, I am going for full status.
Overclock time, baby.
Sludge pump, probably pass on that, see if there's any more nitra
Try
stuff.
again.
I don't want to carry too much nitra since I have the reduced movement speed. Sludge pump, neurotoxin. I think it only has the one unstable overclock, so that doesn't really help me that much now.
I'm gonna go
Probably
with
just
this.
take these two. I think it just has the fear unstable overclock, which has seemed pretty inconsistent to me. I don't really notice it doing much against elites, but
After
maybe
this,
I'm just not
I'll
paying
take
close
the
enough attention.
longest shower. Fit to the core of Glyphid stink. And then I'm getting so drunk. Ooh.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Suck on this, you freaking nature.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
I wish they would at least add some simple, like, unstable overclocks to the weapons that only have one underwhelming one, though. Like, the neurotoxin and the high-impact grenade both have unstable overclocks that do almost nothing. So it just feels really bad to push those ones to 18.
Yes.
Reload, probably. That's great with the
I'm
grenade.
gonna do something epic with this.
And it's
Swarm
not
detected.
bad for the
Get
wave
ready.
cooker and sludge pump.
Healthy ready. Resupply inbound.
Life and regen is quite nice for the interrogator since it's so hard to kill stuff whenever you want to. That's actually not bad with pickled nitra, but I think that's too good to pass up. Got a level there. Crit isn't super relevant since I'm mainly scaling dot, so I should probably just grab the levels here. I don't know, they're all kind of weak here. I can get an overclock on the sludge pump, which is pretty nice. Lifetime, beams, let's go with that.
This is gonna change everything.
They're both pretty good, though. The sludge pump is one of the few weapons that has a pretty low uptime for beam weapons, so it actually does scale reasonably well with reload and lifetime.
scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Bring it, Beckers!
I guess I'm mainly just looking for reload speed on the neurotoxin grenade at this point to apply even more acid stacks with it.
Suck on this, you freaking
Big damage. I think I will take that.
This. Suck on this.
It's not ideal, but it's high enough that it's probably still worth it.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
XP won't really do much. I think I'm just gonna reroll this. Reload speed is pretty solid.
Epic upgrade. That's a no-brainer. Die, monsters! Ooh.
Well, there's a lot of stuff exploding, considering I thought this build wasn't going to be very good.
Ugly
Reload is
son of a
decent.
bitch. Nuke bug. Ha. You want some more? Let's show them some pain.
Go and collect all that XP now. My damage doesn't seem bad at all, to be honest. Probably take that to finish it off. And then enemies run in fear. I just can't even notice anything happening from that. It doesn't seem to apply to elites. I should probably look for the next overclock on the sludge pump.
Yeah.
Getting extra lifetime or something on that would actually be quite helpful.
I'll take it.
Magnet up there.
Boom, baby.
Those guys aren't going to be alive much longer since I have so much AoE.
Don't get this wrapped up soon.
Reload is
It's all over,
pretty
miner.
good there. I could still get 18 on that, which could be kind of cool.
Dimmity dip.
I believe that's when you get the freezing thing on it,
Satisfied.
which would actually help survivability quite a bit as well.
It won't hang around.
Got some big damage there. I guess I'll take that and see how it
Dimmity
does.
dips.
Reload is okay.
Bingo.
Probably one of my better weapons. Reload.
Dips.
Getting closer to an overclock on that one.
Found some magnite. Alien. Stop.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner. That's one for the books. Taking you to stage 4, miner.
So that would put me perfectly at 18. That looks pretty good.
Now it's my
So
favorite
also
color.
applies slow, 50% damage. That's the cryo effect, so
I'm
that can just
clocking it
freeze
to
stuff now.
11.
Reload on the sludge pump is pretty good. I might want to save some and look for other stuff, like cheaper levels maybe, since I have a lot of gold to spend. If I buy that, I can't get any others, not even a green, so
Nope. Try
not super
again.
efficient. Like if I could get multiple greens like that, that would be
I
pretty
can use
good.
this.
Kind of late for luck, but maybe I can get some plus beams on the sludge pump maybe.
You don't see these every day.
Don't think crit is very relevant here.
What
Some
else
status
we got?
damage would be pretty nice. I guess I'll grab more luck to try and get
It's
the
a
plus
little extra
beams.
special.
And maybe just some armor
I'm
to
gonna
go
be
with
the
my
best
HP artifact
survivor.
for some big survivability.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
Maybe we're not gonna die after all.
Huge freezing area, pretty nice.
Juice bug eliminated.
Wouldn't mind a little bit more beam range just to make the wave cooker really silly, since it also helps out the sludge pump quite a bit.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
no jinx, but this actually feels like one of the stronger interrogator builds I've done so far. I think the Flame Sentinels, the Krakatoa, are probably the best, but this is a pretty close second, it feels like, so far. Getting the early freeze is honestly amazing so far. And the damage is surprisingly good considering Acid has very low base damage. It mainly seems to be for the damage increase on enemies, which I believe doesn't even apply to itself, it's just to the base damage of weapon hits, from what I've heard. You can run through enemies when they're frozen without taking damage. Those guys will still explode and hit you though. Status, probably my best damage increase. And I haven't gotten very much of it this run yet either. Oops, I completely forgot about this thing since I was just melting everything. I'm gonna try and keep those guys alive so I can farm a bit more. That's maxed. So I guess probably just the global damage here.
Prepare for impact.
I don't think any of these will do that much at this point. So I guess maybe just the crit. Does that reduce your damage over time? Because this would actually be a downgrade if it does, but I'll try it. I should have a lot of acid stacks, so maybe the crit stuff is relevant. This should be about the highest acid stacks you can get on a interrogator build, since you have a fire weapon by default. You can get more stacks on like the foreman, since you can convert his base weapon to acid. Global acid should be pretty good.
I rarely go for this one.
Running out of bugs. More are on the way.
Sludge pump, can still look for some overclocks there. Flamethrower, reload. None of those seem that great. That's okay. Probably just a reroll here. I guess some global damage. Actually, maybe reload speed would have given more acid stacks. Probably should have just taken that.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around.
Big HP, sure.
No way! A legendary!
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
Big damage into an overclock. Don't mind if I do. And I think lifetime is just better there. Should have decent uptime now. 6 versus 2.27. Need a bit more to hit even 75%, it seems like. I could still look for 18 on that. That would be pretty cool for the full acid. That would help a bit. If I get a green, then that would still be the only upgrade I could get. Don't mind some more armor.
Let's shake it up.
Reload is pretty nice.
What I needed.
This is the last shop and I have no gold scaling, so I may as well. Probably some reload. Fortunately, I can't get that now, but I can still tend to get it with just levels here.
Will emerge when you destroy the small raccoons, and watch out for elites. Keep your cool, you will make it out just fine.
This is legitimately one of the strongest interrogators I've played, and I don't know why. I've done similar stuff before. but it just doesn't seem like it should be strong. Acid is low base damage, and it amplifies damage they take, but not itself. So it seems like a support thing for a weapon-based build, but for some reason the wave cooker is just amplifying it and it's just melting stuff, apparently. And then the wave cooker at 18 has really good crowd control as well. It doesn't seem like it should be good. Getting level 18 on the sludge pump would still be a pretty big upgrade as well.
Say hello to my little friend. You bug hot.
I'm guessing the global increase from pickled nitra probably does work on damage over times, because my damage seems pretty high for an interrogator build.
Too much crap to send in the supply pod. Clear out the LZ, please.
See if I can get some levels real quick. Maybe reroll into sludge pump stuff. Nothing there. Don't really care. I guess if I can get one more, that becomes pretty likely. And I do have pretty good AoE clear still with the neurotoxin.
Feel much better now. I'm so glad to announce that I found some Bismol.
I guess you do have to aim the wave cooker a bit without having the rotation speed, but it does have such a nice area that I really like that overclock for it. There we go, 18, that's pretty big, plus 3 beams. Trying to make sure he's in the wave cooker for massive stacks. Get a big gold damage boost. Cherry on top of this pretty solid build so far. Gotta make sure to keep him in the wave cooker now.
Objective completed. Dreadnought threat eliminated.
So yeah, full acid basically. Pretty solid damage over time based interrogator. One of the better builds I've done on them so far. You want to see more stupid builds? Don't forget to leave me a like or a subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. So I'll see if I can do some quick maths here. That's a bit over 13 million acid. So we've got about 6 million acid dot, which seems a little bit low. We've got about 3 million fire. So I've got well over 10 million fire acid on a pure acid build. Well over 10 million fire dot on a pure acid. Kind of weird there. I guess the wave cooker actually did a lot of damage over time as well, even though I was building it as a support weapon. Bit of kinetic from I have no idea. I don't think there's any kinetic on there at all. Shrug. Pretty good artifacts though. Pickled Nitra, huge damage. In fact, this artifact combo is close to best in slot, I would think. I'm not sure if the squinties are good, but that on stage 5 is insane. That's extremely good on any build, but very important on dot builds. Great overall stats. Pickled Nitra is very strong damage. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.